everyone, welcome back to Movers and Bakers. Today we are going to show you how to make thumbprint cookies.
To start with, we are going to start with our butter. So we've got our softened butter here.
Yes.
We're going to pop that in.
Sure. Yeah.
And what else are we going to add in there?
Caster sugar.
Caster sugar, that's right. You'll be able to find all the quantities of these ingredients in the link below this video. We will share it with you. That was a big noise. Right, and now it's time to get mixing. I'm going to hold the bowl for you. So you want to mix this on low, just to get the butter and sugar combined, and then we're going to turn the speed up and mix it until it becomes really light and fluffy, really pale and fluffy. So we're doing it on slow first, just to mix everything together, right?
Yep. Okay, shall I turn it off?
Sure.
Good. Okay, we're done.
We're done. So if you look, that has gone. Should we show everyone at home?
Yep.
Yeah, you hold on to that for me a minute so it doesn't tip over. So you're looking for your butter and sugar to have gone really pale and fluffy, hasn't it? Really, really pale. Almost white, depending on the butter that you used. And to that, we are going to add, do you remember what this is?
Almond extract.
Almond extract, that's right, because we are making, today, we're making raspberry and almond thumbprint cookies.
Yeah.
And it's time for another mix.
Yep.
So just to mix that almond extract all in, right?
That does smell almondy now.
It does, doesn't it?
That smells quite nice.
That's quite nice, yeah.
So do you think that's good?
I think that's brilliant.
Okay.
Right, to that, we are going to sift in
Our flour.
There you go. Can I tip this in for you? Because it's a bit full, isn't it?
And I would like to sift it.
You're going to sift it. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm really scared that you can...
So much flour.
Ooh.
There you go.
How much
You start
flour?
sifting. Nice job. Okay, and now it's time to mix it all in. You want
Again?
to grab your mixer again?
Yeah.
Mix now. Do this by hand if your mixer is super fast, or we're going to get flour everywhere. So we're going to do it slow. Keep it down so it doesn't go up everywhere. Keep it down and move it around. That's it.
I'm scared it's going to go up.
So while we've been doing this, we have had our oven preheating. We've had our oven preheating on 180 or 350 Fahrenheit, depending on where you are in the world. And we've also got, oh, that went sliding.
Sorry.
We've also got an oven tray lined and ready for us to put our cookies on. So we're good to go once we are done with mixing. There you go. I think we're good. I think we're done. Nice job. Right. So now it's time to make our cookies.
Yes.
Now, you can get bits by hand, but I actually find that it's better to use a little measure. So I'm just using my tablespoon measure from my measuring spoons set. I'm going to grab a bit like that in my spoon, and then you're going to push it out and you're going to roll it in a ball for me. Can you get it all out? Oh, it's all nice and squishy, isn't it?
By the way, it doesn't matter if your dough, before you do this, it doesn't matter if it looks crummy like ours, because when you put it in a tablespoon or whatever you're using, it should look out like this.
Because it's all quite sticky, isn't it, and soft. So we squish it together.
Make sure it's all combined.
Yep, and then we're going to roll it into balls.
And you pop it on your baking tray.
So we have 16 on there. We've still got more mixture, so we'll do that on another tray. But what we're going to do now is we're going to do the thumbprint bit. So we're just going to use our thumb and we're going to push it into a cookie to make a nice little hole in the middle of it. Now make sure your hole doesn't go all the way down to the bottom.
Like 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way. My thumb was a bit big. I broke that one. Whoops. Never mind.
You have to make sure they are quite big though.
You can, if you don't want to use your thumbs or your fingers. So sometimes we find using this finger's better, isn't it?
Yes.
But we can't really call them index print cookies. It doesn't work quite the same. Thumbprint sounds better, doesn't it? Yes. You can also use the back of a measuring spoon if you want to. Just pop it in and press it down. And then you get a lovely little hole, but you can then push down a bit more. But it gives you the shape of it if you wanted to do that. So there's a few different ways you can do it, but you've got your technique sorted. All that's left now to do with our cookies is to put some jam in. So because we've made them almond flavoured, we're going to use raspberry jam. so that we have raspberry bakewell flavour, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can use any jam you want, and instead of putting the almond extract in, you could put vanilla extract or any other flavour that you want instead. That's just what we've done for today, right? So all we're doing here, this is just regular jam. I've made sure it doesn't have any bits in, like any seeds or anything like that, so you want a smooth jam, and you're just going to put some into the little holes that we've made.
But the holes need to be quite big, because otherwise in the oven, the jam, if they aren't so big, the jam would like sink in. But if they are big enough, then the jam would be like really big.
You want to make sure that you've got a generous amount of jam in there. Yeah. So a bit more than that, you can fill it a bit higher. Can I get you a bit more jam? Yeah. Yeah, you got covered in jam a bit.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you've got a decent dollop of jam in there, because when it goes in the oven, it actually will melt down a little bit and it'll sink into the cookie a bit more.
Yes, but also make sure you don't spill any on here, because it will burn. It will burn,
yep. So you want to make sure you've got a decent chunk of jam over the top, because what will happen otherwise if you don't put enough in is the cookie will take over the jam and kind of grow over the jam in the oven. So you won't get the beautiful jam filled thumbprint like we want, will you? Oh. So we're going to fill all our cookies and finish them off and pop them in the oven, and we will see you on the other side with cooked baked cookies. See you soon.
Bye.
Welcome back. Our cookies are out of the oven and they are still cooling. You have to make sure with anything with jam like these cookies have that they do cool down completely, because hot jam will burn you. We found that out before, haven't we?
Yes, and once I tried it and I was like, oh, I don't want to have any more of this. It's too hot.
What you're looking for with your cookies when they're done, they're not going to colour too much on top. They will colour a little bit on the bottom, but when they're baking in the tray, you want to look just for your edges to be starting to brown, and that's when you know that they're done. You can overcook them and make them really dry and brittle, so you want to be careful with how long you have them in. These cookies took us 9 minutes in the oven, but depending on your oven, can be anywhere between 8 and 12-ish. And that's it, that's our cookies done. So we just have to wait for them to cool down completely so that we don't burn ourselves on super hot jam.
Yes.
Yes, and then we're going to enjoy them. Hope you've enjoyed this video.
So like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment about what you want us to bake.
And don't forget to let us know if you bake this as well.
Yes.
We want to hear how yours turned out.
And maybe even take a photo.
Yeah, share a photo with us. That would be nice.
Yes.
Wouldn't it? Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to check out our other kiddie-friendly recipes.
Yes. There is a recipe just like this.
Similar.
Yes, similar. And you can find it in the
kiddie-friendly recipes.
Or the
list.
Cookie plate. Or the cookie playlist.
Yes, it's our chocolate dipped shortbread. Wasn't it?
With sprinkles on top.
They were delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this has the same shortbread.
It has the same, we use the same recipe, don't we? Yep. Thanks for joining us, friends. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.